Hello, fellow fern aficionados. Well, we're about to get some really cold weather, but I thought it might be fun just to go take a look in my little greenhouse and see what ferns I have growing. This greenhouse is a very ramshackle kind of affair. I really built it originally just to be a cold frame, but it lasted pretty well, so I just kept adding things to it. I threw a cheap heater in here one winter. One summer I added a little fan, and I don't know, now it's actually a full-blown greenhouse. But what I wanted to show you today is some of my ferns I have growing out here. And this is one of my favorite ferns. It's the rabbitfoot fern. And I think it looks so good in this little pot. I've actually had trouble with growing plants in clay pots, but this one just seems to do really well. This is another fern that I really like. This is a bird's nest fern. It's in the Asplenium family. And I just think it looks great. It has a great green color. I like the way the fronds kind of emerge up out of the center and kind of unfurl. And the leaves on these things are kind of crazy. It's almost like they're made of plastic. They're just so rigid. And here's another fern I like. It's also from the Asplenium species. And its leaves are also that just almost plasticky fake feeling. But you can really see the difference in the leaf shape. My favorite fern of all in my greenhouse is the Staghorn fern. It is just great. I just love its just crazy looking leaves. I'm going to take it down so I can show you some different things about it that I really like. A few things I really like about this fern is just the way its leaves look and the way they emerge up out of the center. It's just really neat looking. And it has like three basic types of leaves. It has these sort of basal shield leaves, and these just die off and they build up layers over time, and it basically just makes its own soil. I put this out in the summertime. I put it outside in the shade, and leaves and other things collect in that spot, which further add to its soil. Then it has just sort of the standard leaves, which these that are emerging coming out. It also has the fertile fronds. If you look on the underside, you can see all the sporangia. This is where the spores are produced and released. I think these are probably all gone. I mean, here we are in January. I've tried growing these from spores before, and I had them actually go to gametophytes, but then I just didn't pay attention to it, and they all died. But I may try it again, but there's not really a whole lot of point because they divide off so easily. You can just cut like a little section like that off, and it'll survive totally fine. And this one's really kind of interesting because it's actually wrapping itself around the back of it, which I think is really fascinating. I got this fern from a little workshop that Botanical Gardens had on mounting staghorn ferns, and it was a whole lot of fun. I got everything that was needed, including the plant, and it was started off just like one little clump, and just a couple of years later it's already gotten to this size. So I'm really looking forward to see how big this thing gets. It's really one of my favorites. So a few months ago I was kind of interested in learning about mail ordering bare root ferns, and I ordered some Champion's Wood Fern from Seabright Gardens, and I'll see if I can find that picture I took of what they look like when they first arrived. So I finished potting up a couple of these Champion's Wood Fern. These are the ones that I had mail ordered bare root, and they really came out nice. I mean, these look really good. So I'm really happy with the way that worked. And they look really, really great. I mean, for a reasonable priced um, fern, I guess they can just ship them so much cheaper when they're just bare root like that. But I'm really happy with how these look. I've got a couple that I'm keeping outside. This one I'm just keeping in the greenhouse just to kind of see what it does. But the others I have outside just to overwinter. And I also have some of these little guys. These are hay-scented fern. This is another fern that I've been kind of getting interested in. And I ordered these bare root. And when they came in the mail, just like looked like just two little sticks with some little hairy roots on them. But I stuck them in some soil, and they have rooted up really nice, and they're starting to sprout out. So I'm very interested in learning about these guys. But I've got some other ferns in here, but I think I'll just leave it at that. So I hope everybody stays warm, and I'll see you next time. Bye.